Okay, what's going to happen Saturday? There's a rally down at Hamlin.
Yep, that I did hear about, and that is something that a lot of people have discussed about. That's the more darker side of what we're here about, because the leaders and other people who are involved with that right hand are solely here to try, maybe they're mentioning all over social media to disrupt and stop.
They're going to come up to the gate here?
I'm not sure exactly where they plan on exactly going. I'm actually in works with coordinating and collaborating with them, because they're not the only people from St. Paul. If they really came to St. Paul, are they from the west side or the east side? Or are they from North St. Paul or South St. Paul? Because my face has been around the whole place. I've been in the heart of it. So they're not the only lives that does matter. So we need to, if we're going to have someone represent us and have a voice, we'll certainly be the ones to also help do that, because I was born and raised on the east side of St. Paul.
Your name is?
Todd Gramenz.
Okay, good to see you, Todd.
Very nice to meet you.
What do you say when people come up with the All Lives Matter?
Well, I feel that that's what needs to be talked about. All lives matter. It's not. It is something to say that Black Lives Matter, and a lot of people have pushback against All Lives Matter within ourselves, which is Black Lives Matter. Now, there's leaders that will say that All Lives Matter. That's just like mixing cancer with Black Lives Matter, going to one of their rallies and doing this or that.
How did Black Lives Matter start?
Black Lives Matter started, it really started as like a campaign for other people down south. That was really when the Trayvon Martin incident happened. It really
got in Florida.
Yep, down in Florida. And him and Jordan.
Ferguson?
Yep, Ferguson. Yep, so this is something that we want to, it kind of highlighted from there. But me, myself, from personal past experience, why I'm a representative of it, because my journey through life, getting to where I had to go, eventually graduating from the University of Minnesota in 2012.
What's your degrees?
Economics and management, emphasis in finance.
Okay.
And so, getting there, it was not clear cut. So, in this idea as well that there's adversity, but we're here to teach people that you can still continue to move through adversity and be successful. Bad things have happened. Trayvon, we love him to death, and God bless his family.
My editor, Mike, has called the people in St. Paul, and they say you're not legitimate.
My question is, what is that supposed to mean?
You said you're established here in St. Paul in 2014.
Well, the thing is that holds a little weight, yes.
That's on your caps there.
Well, that's on the caps in itself. That's the established brand.
Okay, and who owns the trademark to Black Lives Matter?
The trademark to Black Lives Matter is myself, St. Paul.
Okay, you've registered the trademark to Black Lives Matter?
We don't have, no one has if you go into Secretary of State, .gov, and you type in search business names, go look it up.
Nobody owns it.
Nobody wants to put their name on nothing. So to say that I'm a fraud, that'd be suspicious. Why would someone say that?
Well, I don't know. So is it just the two? There are three of you here this morning.
Yep, three this morning setting up. We wanted to ensure that the representatives that are at the booth are the ones that are going to be holding, have been in situations before where they've gotten out and kind of spoke and dealt with people. We have many volunteers that were begging to get in here to help us, to promote, to push. I don't want to over bombard anyone, especially with the high tension.
So are you going to be involved in the Saturday demonstration at all?
No, unfortunately, I would love to, but if I'm 100% guaranteed that I knew it was going to be, the protest was going to be peaceful, then I would be all for it. But in the past, it's just kind of been a hit or miss with 35E getting blocked off, cut off for hours. And in turn, there's other universities stopping the light rail for 2-3 hours. To me, growing up in a society where I understand economics, that's why I have a degree from the University of Minnesota, that's not going to help it.
Well, you're from St. Paul, as I recall, aren't you? Okay.
University of Minnesota.
Now, when did you graduate from the University of Minnesota?
2012.
2012,
so like when Trayvon Martin and all that happened, I was at the front house when I was right, and that's when before even the Black Lives Matter, guess what was existing? Black Student Union at the University of Minnesota. And there was someone representing for Black Lives that mattered, and I sweat and I bled and I teared it up, and then I made it happen.
Did you set up the booth here, requests and get the pay for it and all that stuff to the state fair?
And you know, the one thing I really want to, you know, look down upon is that finding a lot of these African American people who are very knowledgeable, and you know, and not meaning necessarily graduating from college, but just very knowledgeable, being around experience, time, what have you, reaching out to youth continuously. Now, I went to a school, the St. Paul School District has 7 schools, and then the other district over in Minneapolis has 7 schools, but then they lost one.
Yeah.
So during that time frame of me growing up and my friends growing up in Minneapolis and my friends growing up in St. Paul, what we really lacked is the NAACP coming in those schools just to say, hey guys, the life's in your hands, you know, and that's the presence I would like to bring.
And you know Mel Reeves?
Mel Reeves, oh, that's a very good man. He knows my wife.
Does he? Okay, well, Mel, I consider Mel a good friend.
Oh, he's a
first-person friend.
He's one of the very most proactive. I love the way he talks.
Yeah.
And he's one of those leaders I wish I could really meet. Yeah. Me as a leader, I would like to just really ensure that the representative that would ever represent Black Lives Matter would be positive. To be peaceful and to block off 35E or the light rail at any point in time is not okay. I understand that we could boycott.
Well, I understand, you know, people are really pissed, really angry, and some young guys are really, you know, I understand that.
I have a son, and if a minute late, it's $1 extra. Every minute you go over is an extra $1 you have to pay. When I say that the street was blocked off, or I couldn't get out of my truck door because the window was broken.
I have mixed emotions about blocking a street. I think there's some point, you know, you need to do something to really piss people off to get attention. So, you know, but I also understand what you're saying that, you know, did you really need to do that? Yeah, I understand.
And you know, one thing I really like to push is that those 3 hours just laying in the street for 3 hours or laying in the street for 5 hours like Mike Brown, I really have feelings for his family. Yeah. But to lay out in the street currently right now, instead of getting in this booth and doing things positively and interacting with people, I think 5 hours here was the most 5 hours productive.
Yeah.
I think the State Fair could have actually because we held it down.
Okay. Well.